Checkpoint 0, Episode 1. The whistle came from nowhere. Not a scream, not a warning. Just a sharp little slice through the traffic noise that made everyone's brain go, what the fuck was that? Then the world ended for two people. Whoosh! Boom! The guard officer and his car didn't explode. They vanished. 1 second, there was a man leaning against a pay can smoking a cigarette. The next second, there was a black hole in the air surrounded by dust and the kind of silence that makes your ears hurt. At the exact same moment, the Basili kid on the motorcycle. Couldn't have been more than 19. Always had that look like he was enjoying the power too much. Just disappeared too. Different spot. Same result. Two black voids where human beings used to be. A drone had to be. Surgical, precise. The kind of hit that says we knew exactly where they were standing and we wanted them gone and nobody else. The screams started. People stumbled out of cars with blood on their faces from flying glass. But here's the crazy part. Almost everyone was fine. Shocked, bleeding from small cuts, but alive. The strikes were that clean. Then the survival instinct kicked in and everybody fucking left. Engines screaming, tires burning, cars swerving around the two black spots like they were potholes. In less than 60 seconds, the checkpoint was empty, except for debris, abandoned vehicles, and one white Mercedes that hadn't moved. Ali sat in that Mercedes with his ears ringing and his hands shaking on the wheel. Here's what you need to know about Ali. He's the kind of Iranian you see in North Tehran with the nice cars and the designer sunglasses. Family owns a massive construction company, government contracts, regime connections, the kind of wealth that requires you to keep your mouth shut and your eyes down and pretend you don't see the morality police dragging girls into vans. He didn't choose this life. London did his PhD. 4 years, Eastern philosophy. Nothing to do with construction, nothing to do with Iran. Everything to do with being young and free and walking along the Thames at midnight without checking over his shoulder. He loved it there, came alive there. Then his father got sick and he had to come home. 8 years now, running the business, wearing the mask, watching his soul rot slowly from the inside while pretending everything was fine. He once told a friend, "I would rather be a poor gypsy in Europe than a wealthy man in Iran." He meant it. He meant every word. But he stays because that's what you do. Because if you leave, your family pays the price. Because the regime doesn't let anyone go without taking something in return. 2 of his best friends were killed in the January crackdown. One shot in the neck during a protest. The other arrested, tortured for 3 weeks, then hanged in Evan prison. They made an example of him. Sent the body back to the family with the neck at the wrong angle. Ali attended both funerals, said nothing, wore the mask. A woman was knocking on his window. Mino, he'd seen her in the neighborhood before. She looked like she just watched someone get murdered, which she had. Ali, did you see that? That wasn't real. That was like a game, a simulation. What the fuck was that? He didn't answer. He was staring past her at the checkpoint armory. The regime had left weapons there. Standard procedure for a permanent checkpoint. A stack of AK-47s, ammo boxes, an RPG launcher with 3 rockets, all untouched, all sitting there like someone had just left them out for pickup. The drone strikes hadn't touched the weapons, hadn't touched anything except the 2 guards. Like whoever did this wanted the weapons left behind. Like they wanted someone to find them. Ali looked at the black voids where men had been standing 5 minutes ago. He looked at the weapons. He thought about his friends, the one with the bullet in his neck, the one with the broken neck. He thought about 8 years of smiling at people he wanted to kill. He thought about London. He thought about never getting back there. Something broke. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a small snap somewhere inside where he'd been keeping everything locked up. He popped the trunk, got out of the car, walked to the weapons, started loading. The AKs went in first, then the ammo boxes. Heavy as hell, but he got them in, then the RPG launcher. He didn't think about what he was doing, didn't plan it, just moved like someone else was controlling his body. Mino was still there, watching, mouth open. Ali, what are you doing? They'll kill you. They'll kill your whole family. He didn't answer, slammed the trunk, got back in the car, looked at her one time through the window, didn't say anything, didn't need to. Then he hit the gas and left her standing there alone in the twilight with two black voids, in the smell of smoke, in the sound of nothing. The drive to the Caspian took 4 hours. He called people on the way, old friends from university, guys he'd protested with back in 2009 before everyone learned to be scared, a cousin who'd done military service and knew how to handle weapons, a journalist who'd been underground for 2 years. Meet me at the villa, he told each one. I have a plan. Nobody asked what plan. Nobody asked why now. They just said yes, because everyone's been waiting. Everyone's been suffocating. Everyone's been watching their friends die and their dreams rot and their country turn into something unrecognizable. They were just waiting for someone to say now. The villa sits right on the Caspian. His family's had it for 30 years. Quiet, remote, no neighbors for miles. He got there after dark, sat in the car for 10 minutes before going inside, looked at the trunk, looked at his hands, thought about his father who'd built everything from nothing, thought about his mother who'd cry if she knew, thought about the family business which would be gone the moment anyone connected the white Mercedes to the missing weapons. Then he thought about his friends, both of them, dead before 30. He thought about the black voids where 2 guards used to be. He thought about the way Mino said simulation, like none of this could possibly be real. And he thought, money doesn't trump freedom. Money doesn't trump safety. This regime needs to end, and I'm going to end it or die trying. He got out of the car, walked into the villa, started waiting for the others to arrive.